Gotta go back to the past. Samurai Jack. This is what you heard in the beginning of almost every Samurai Jack episode. I, an intellectual, of course always skip the intro. Actually, I never skip the intro because, I really like the intro, so yeah.
So that was a fucking lie.
One thing that I notice is that it's really easy to find the worst episode. Maybe because we are just hardwired to find flaws. But finding the best episode is always so much more difficult, so whenever someone asks me what the best of something is, I opt out to answer what my favorite is, and here I'm going to do the same.
Yeah, that's right, Coke!
My favorite episode is Jack and the Haunted House. This episode is basically everything that I like about Samurai Jack in one nice little package. Minimal dialogue, great blend of music, sound effects, and visuals, as well as mythical, unexplained magic that has internal consistency.
We do not grant you the rank of Master Jack. What the fuck? This is outrageous. It's unfair. Bullshit.
So the episode starts with Jack wandering through the forest at night where he meets a little girl. The girl runs away and she lets her plush fall to the ground. Funny enough, that plush is a reference to the creature in a previous episode, which is amongst one of the worst episodes ever.
I am beginning to grow very weary of you.
Watch that video, by the way. Give me money on Patreon, and also like, comment, and subscribe. For the first half of the episode, Jack is just wandering through the creepy house with just sound effects to underline the action. After Jack finds the little girl that ran away, he notices that all the entrances are gone and starts losing it slightly, but composes himself because he notices that the little girl is getting scared. They go to sleep for the night, and after waking up, the girl is gone. Here's where the episode actually introduces music. Jack is lured into an illusion which reminds me of the past, but the more time passes, the more weird things start to happen. The son rolls up his eyes and starts to drool out of his mouth, the wife starts to drool as well, the music glitches out, and finally the husband begins to drool as well. We finally see that this family has been cursed, and in a small span of a few seconds we get told the entire story of the cursed family with just this sketched art style and no dialogue. The fight that follows might actually lead you to think that Jack will fight this curse that has assumed the image of a dragon, but nope. Jack actually gets overwhelmed and his essence or soul gets sucked and trapped into the curse's realm, which is entirely sketched. Here we actually find out that the sword seems to have its own mind. Given that it was made by his dad's essence, it would probably be instinctual for the sword to protect Jack, and since we seem to be in the realm of essences, it makes sense that the sword made out of Hyuman's essence would be able to show some sort of sentience. The sword frees up Jack, and of course, the Black Dragon and Jack fight to the death. I like the fight in Samurai vs Ninja more because it goes entirely black and white. The fight here is more straightforward, and what makes it stand out is mainly the art style, except for the very last move. The Black Dragon throws some sort of energy ball at Jack, and Jack redirects the ball back to the dragon. In most fights, Jack takes the initiative and goes full force, but here he uses a technique that he barely uses throughout the entire series. The only time I remember Jack using a reversal technique is when he's fighting Disco Samurai, and the main reason is because he knows he's far above Disco Samurai when it comes to technique. Intended or not, it does kind of imply that Jack truly thought that the dragon was just a pushover. I wish that throughout the series there was more attention paid to how Jack fights, depending on how he judges the enemies, but even in Season 5, they did not pay attention to Jack's fighting styles after episode 3. Anyways, after Jack kills the dragon, the curse is broken, the souls or essences of the families are freed, and they are reunited. And as the sun goes up, the camera zooms out, showing us that there will always be a next day, and Samurai Jack will always try his best to save everyone in some way, as long as it includes a magical sword. And except when his girlfriend can travel to time and he starts not giving a shit about his friends anymore.
Nope. What the f-
I mentioned the fight scene in Samurai vs. Ninja, and to be honest, the episode itself is not even in my top 10. It's all the way down in my top 15. Look, it's fighting against the first 3 episodes of season 5, Jack and the Monks, the Shaolin, the Princes and the Bounty Hunters, episode 1, 2, and 3, Jack vs. Mad Jack, as well as Jack and the Hunters. Still, being ranked that high against all of these episodes is pretty epic. Anyways, the major problem with this episode is that more than half of the runtime is Jack saving a village from robot crustaceans. It opens up in an interesting way with a ninja robot killing Jack, which is a fake out because it was a robot Jack all along.
I'm joking! Stop!
But then the episode just comes to a screeching halt. Ninja Bot follows Jack, Jack gets called by a human child to save their town, Jack saves the town, Ninja Bot kidnaps the human child, Jack goes to save the child, and then they fight. The fight itself is great, it basically just uses black and white to show the entire fight, and because the silhouette of Jack and the ninja is so distinct, you don't get lost in the whole fight. Also, while the two are fighting, the sun is slowly setting, which is giving Jack a time constraint until he's completely exposed. The fight itself is telling a story without a single word. This fight might actually be my top 3 fights of Samurai Jack, but the episode as a whole doesn't flow as nicely as the other ones. Especially when you compare it to episodes like The Princes and the Bounty Hunters or Birth of Evil Part 2. Of course, we can't forget about Jack and the 3 blind archers. That episode though has a very short fight at the end that actually stands out more because of the use of sound and visuals in a way that is representing of Jack's heightened senses. I could probably continue talking about how much I like Samurai Jack, but then we would be here the whole day. There are many things I like about Samurai Jack, from the music to the sound effects to the visuals, but not everything is perfect. So if you want to see all my rankings, you will find those in the description. Also, give me money on Patreon, otherwise I will use my magical sword on you. As always, take care of yourselves and have a nice, wonderful day.